Well, a good Monday morning to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks. And I hope everybody's having a good Monday and a good start to a new week. But over here in East Central Mississippi, I'm here to tell you, we're in the high 60s right now, and it has been raining probably for the last 4 days. Before we get started on today's video, I'm always going to say that if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over here, I sure enough thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is we're going to do an all-around look, see what's going on over here. So give me a second, and that's what we finna do's. Dan, what you got going on over there in East Central Mississippi? Well, I'm here to tell you. The rain has just hadn't been just a showing off downpour rain, but it's been a sprinkling rain for the last 4 days. We're gonna take a look at what we got going on over here on the south end of the 40, and then we're gonna walk over to the north side of the 40. But before I show you all of this stuff, I wanna say thank you, and it is heartfelt from old Dan. Thank you to everybody that commented on my last video. I was kind of thinking it was on the lines of being clickbaitish, but I don't really think it wasn't my intention. My intention was to get a whole bunch of feedback as to what y'all thought I should do. What I am planning on doing is I know my days off. I am going to try to get a few videos out every week, and we're going to see how that goes. I think it's doable, but you know how time is, it's never on my side. So enough of the blib-blabbing, let me show you what I got going on. All right, we're gonna start out over here in these 16-foot raised beds, and Lord of mercy, I got some dang pole beans that have come up. And they are looking good. Not as many as I planted, but I still have some pole beans coming up. Over here on the no-till side of the raised bed, got some cantaloupes coming up, and they looking pretty good. I'll thin these out come time, but I have some that came up. The jackpot hybrid corn has also come up. Hope you can see that. There's some right there, and there's a whole line of them. That's looking really good. Same thing on the other side. I may thin those out, or I may just leave those alone. Because again, I like to bunch stuff up together, and with corn needs to be pollinated. When those corn stalks get up, the wind, when it blows them, hopefully it'll bump into each other and pollinate each other. Well, we'll see though. Another thing that I have noticed in the pea patch, and it is growing really good. Let's see if we can't take a walk and look. And these peas have sure enough come up, but I got a big problem with them. I'm looking right now to see if I could show you what I'm talking about. Here's a good one right here. See right here? See how that part of the plant is actually nipped off? See it right there. Last week, before the rain actually set in, me and the dogs done come out here and was walking around, and there are deer prints all up and down every single one of these rows. What's going on is the deer are actually getting in here at night, maybe during the day, and they are eating all of the pea buds off the top of these plants. The plants are growing, but there's no pea buds on them. So what does that mean? I don't know. Be hard to tell if the pea plants actually put off any peas, because the deer are eating all of the buds. So I did some asking around, talked to my neighbor up the road. He grows a lot of purple hull peas, and I asked him, I was like, okay, if these deer are eating certain parts of these pea plants, will the plants still produce peas? His answer was yes, eventually they will, but if you don't stop the deer from getting in your pea field, you're gonna have a whole bunch of just green stuff growing out there, and it's not gonna produce, the plants won't produce any peas. See, it's just not too bad. I'm walking in these rows, and it's not bad at all, because we haven't gotten just a huge amount huge downpours of rain. It's just been that, a steady, slow pace rain. See right here? It's a good example. Deer tracks. Look at that. That's a really big deer track. So basically, I'm growing peas out here to actually feed the deer. And I sure enough don't want to shoot any of these deers out here because the deer are out of season here in East Central Mississippi. But if the deer are tearing up your crops, your food crops, yeah, you can go on and smoke one or two of them if you need to. I don't want to do that, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to put some fencing all around the perimeter of this. So yeah, I'm studying on a few options that I could use. I don't want to spend, well, I can't spend just a whole bunch of money because, for one, I don't have a whole bunch of money. But I need to protect these crops because if I let it go, these deer will eat every single pea bud off the tops of every one of these pea plants. There's Rosie over there. I'm gonna have to fire her because she ain't doing her job. I'm gonna have to fire Cash too because he ain't doing his job neither. So as Possum Butt would say, hey Dan, it's just farming. It's aggravating and disappointing at the same time because I've never seen deer come up this close to the shop and on, this far onto the property from the wood line over there. So it'll make you want to get disgusted real quick, but I'm not gonna let it disgust me just yet. Gosh almighty, them damn deer doing a two-step in this garden. I'm here to tell you, they're just all over the place. Look at that. So that's what old Dan's gonna be working on here pretty soon, trying to put up a barrier to keep the deer out. I'm gonna use probably 2 strands of hot wire to keep these deer out, because I guarantee you, one thing I do know for sure, put 2 strands of hot wire up here, once 1 or 2 of them jokers get hit with it, they ain't gonna come back. So let's walk over to the north side of the 40, and I'm gonna show you a few things that I got going on over. Had a lot of folks ask me about the container berries that I planted. Yeah, they are still growing on real good. I'm thinking that I may have to get some of these out of these containers and actually put them in the ground for them to get that grow on. But they are still growing. Blueberry, blackberry, and this is a blueberry as well. This was rootstock that I actually got to grow, still growing. Peppers are still looking good. Look at these blueberry bushes here. I'm here to tell you, these bushes are loaded with blueberries all over the place. Need to get out here and do some picking. I come out here in the afternoons when I'm feeding all the animals, and I just pick off this thing and just eat them right off the bush. But yeah, it's gonna be time to get to picking these because the birds will actually get these jokers. Look at her. Those are the Persian cucumbers. I went ahead and put the trellis system of the cage around the container, and them jokers are getting that grow on something fierce. They're starting to latch on to the trellis system. So hopefully we'll have some Persian cucumbers that I can ferment pretty soon. At least I have a few things growing over here that the animals ain't eating yet. Look at here. Here are the striped cucumbers. I went ahead and put up a second piece of wire, and they are starting to latch on to it. And hopefully these guys are gonna get their grow on that way. I need to put up some more trellising here to here. And then I might even run me a third piece of wire up there. So the striped cucumbers are growing pretty good. I believe I had somebody ask me, Dan, that sure is a small growing area for 4 cucumber plants. Yes, it is, and that's cool, because hopefully I'll get maybe 1 or 2 good runs of cucumbers off of these plants before I pull them out. But this was just basically something to show you and y'all that you could actually grow cucumbers in the shade, and they grow really well. There you go. They're growing. There's the raised hugel bed still growing. That comfrey is looking mighty fine. Got a whole bunch of asparagus going to fern, and that's cool because I can't wait till next year because it's going to be time to harvest some of these asparagus. It's going to be some good eating. Oh, and lastly, let me show you this. Look at that right there. Dan, what is that? That is a mulberry start. I actually got on Etsy and was looking around, found somebody in Florida that actually sells mulberry starts. So I actually purchased one. I looked around over here in East Central Mississippi to try to find me a mulberry bush or a tree. Couldn't find it. Maybe it's due to, you know, our current situation, but nobody's selling any. So I got on Etsy and found somebody, ordered it, put it in a pot. Hopefully I can get some of them mulberries growing over here. I know a lot of folks grow them. My brother Rob, the Sapper gardener, he grows mulberries. Mr. Dan over at Dan's Permaculture Food Forest, he grows mulberries. So I was like, I need to jump on board because I love berries, period. So we're gonna see if I can get that thing to grow. So that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. It's gonna be a little bit longer video than normal, but that's okay. I got a lot of stuff going on over here that I want to share with you. And I have more stuff upcoming, especially working on that dang pea field over there. So again, I hope everybody's having a good Monday, and I hope everybody stays safe this week amid this crisis that we still have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home Mistakes channel, Lord mercy. Y'all need to come on over here and give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff. I'm trying to do stuff. That being said, you know it's coming. Dan Reference sure enough, I always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on, get your grow on. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.